And we're back. Welcome. I had to dust off the suit I came back with for couple simple things. So, recent events, particularly a certain company has opened its new park. And of course, from the thumbnail, you're probably going to say, well, Disney. So, being how much of a person that I like to beat a dead horse till it's good, till I am certain it's dead, in case some necromancer comes by and freaking tries to resurrect it, here I am. So, Disney has been, as everybody knows, really pushing their version of the Star Wars, for which I have called Sham Wars. Others have called it simply DSW, Disney Star Wars. Either way, it's garbage. But what do you expect when you have it set up with my new favorite director to freaking dismantle, J.J. Abrams. Anyway, so Disney continues down its path of self-destruction with the new park, which has been open for a week, and from what I have heard, based on some channels on YouTube and the articles, it's not doing so well. In fact, this is supposed to be peak time for Disneyland. There's no one in the park at all. There's no one particularly at the Star Wars thing. And why should there be? Why should there be? They jacked up the prices 25% up to go to this freaking theme park? Really? I don't care why, what you have there, what's supposed to be advertising for this thing. Why are you jacking your prices up 25% from what they already were, which was stupid expensive to begin with, to freaking push this garbage? This is just mind-boggling. So they're pushing the new trilogy just because they jumped the gun, because Disney's run by idiots. Iger's a freaking idiot. I'll get to that. But Iger is a freaking idiot. His entire history leading up to this point has been freaking overspending, I'll just get to it now. Overspending, investing in lost causes. Okay, the overspending was $4 billion on Lucasfilm and $400 million on, I believe it was called Vice. Guess what? How much money they're losing? They're not getting that $4 billion back. At least not anytime soon. Probably never. Because while, yes, Episode 7 did $2 billion. So that's $2 billion. Rogue One did a billion, and Last Jedi made $1 billion. Okay, so you're thinking that would be $4 billion. Well, except for the fact that they've used that money to put into the new Star Wars land, which is complete and utter garbage. From just looking at it. So you did that. They freaking spent how much of that money trying to protect idiots like Ryan Johnson, because of he was trying to. He basically came out and said the only reason the biggest reason his film was garbage is because he did it intentionally, because he doesn't want to make a fucking film. He wants to make bullshit just to piss people off. Mainly was it because his mommy and daddy didn't love him enough? Was it because he got bullied in school and he sees this as a freaking way of getting people back. Or maybe some girl named Lucy kept pulling the football out from under him when he tried to kick it. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to get back at that tree that kept eating his kites. Either way, guy needs to jump off a cliff. So they open up this park, which is so freaking half-assed. There's only one ride, which is complete shit, because you could go to an arcade and basically play this thing. So it's one ride. It's incomplete. It basically really puts it forward on why they are in dealings with EA. EA, we'll send you shit. No, it's Disney. We will send you shit. Anyone? Fuck you all. But it's ridiculous. So then on top of that, Disney freaking Disney puts out freaking Endgame like 2 or 3 weeks after it officially left its domestic launch, I guess, just to freaking try to get that stupid title of being the greatest, the biggest money grabber since Avatar. You know, they wanted to push that thing, and apparently it came 27 million from that mark, so they didn't do it. God. And how did they try to bring people in? With 18 seconds of new footage that they probably just pulled out of their ass. I don't think it was deleted. I think it was just something they pulled out of their ass thinking people would come spend another goddamn ungodly amount of money on. And obviously there were, because people were stupid like that. It's just... I just don't understand. I don't understand Disney. I don't understand Disney. Iger has spent and wasted so much money that it would make Peggy Bundy blush the embarrassment. That's how much. The guy's a complete fucking moron. He's a moron. He spends and spends and spends, and when his investments don't grow fruit, well, he doesn't do anything about it. He just goes, that's on me. Do something. You're the fucking CEO. And someone argued that, oh, well, he's got underlings. Yeah, he's got underlings. The underlings are freaking screwing everything up. You know, Kathleen Kennedy should have been fired. Brian Johnson was running his mouth. He should have freaking put a kibosh on that. Didn't. Instead, he's all coming out, that's on me. So Solo flops. And the downward trend starts. Why? He comes back. He basically signed on for extra years to get the Fox deal done, which ends up he spent too much money on that. Disney has a streaming service coming out this year. This year or next year? Can't remember. Who gives a shit? It's like, oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Why? Why? You bought Fox for this? You idiots! You idiots! All you had to do was cherry pick the friggin' IPs you wanted. You want your Marvel IPs back? Cherry pick them, because Fox was selling. I don't know if it was probably was an all or nothing deal, but bottom line, I'm sure Disney could have made a good offer for just those things, not the entire Fox thing, because now what are they? Now what? Congratulations, it's Disney. They're not going to go broke. Disney World will probably pull it in because, honestly, I've been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World Wasn't impressed with either of them. Might have been. I wasn't impressed with Disneyland as a kid. Disney World might have been the people I went with. I'm not going into that part of my life. And it was also in the middle of hurricane season. So it's like, why the fuck did we do this? So, but regardless, I wasn't impressed. Oh God. So, just, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And then they're freaking giving a trilogy to the guys from Game of Thrones who tanked their last season there. Now we've got George R.R. Martin, that fat, goddamn railroad-looking bastard, who he's mad, and I think, and he's calling the internet toxic, which he's got a point, but I think it's less about him thinking, oh, the internet's toxic, which again, he's got a point, and more of he can't just ride that all that Game of Thrones television series money into his grave. He's actually got to finish his books and hope for the best. Is he going to finish them before he drops dead of whatever? Is he going to not finish them and say F it? Or is he going to be one of these writers that ends up starting it and then dying and then someone else has to finish it? I've got one of those from Michael Crichton, and I forget what it's called. Pirate Latitudes. I do not suggest that book. It started off good, and then because he died before he finished, wow, did it end in a whimper. I wouldn't even give it that much credit, actually. Anyway, so getting back to the point of this rant. Yeah, Disney. Shit. You know, my advice to Disney, my serious advice to Disney, be a little bit more goddamn picky with who you fucking hire for your CEO. Don't hire someone who learned under Iger, because they're not going to fucking do much. You know, actually, I hate to bring this guy up, because I was just reminded about him. Tom Rothman, the guy over at Sony, the guy who's responsible for putting shutting Deadpool up in X-Men Origins, blah blah blah. A guy who is notorious for cutting budgets on big budget movies, which I think that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Disney, because with Disney's because of Iger and his fucking spending sprees, they've literally painted themselves into a corner where they cannot have a movie that's not a big blockbuster. You see it all the time with Marvel. Overpriced, like $200 million. Almost, in some cases, probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it was closer to $300 million. Just to freaking, and they got to put spectacle and all this shit and all that. Look at that, flashing lights, ooh! All your superhero shit, all your favorite superheroes, there. And soon it will be not even your favorite superheroes. It will be a bunch of no names and people we just want to push in there because Marvel Comics is doing terrible because they're run by idiots too. Ugh. Where was I? Disney's spending like an MFer. Like Disney's spending like it's the 1980s. Oh god, but they need these. Every movie needs to be $1 billion. They need Star Wars Episode 9 to be worth $1 billion, break the $1 billion. They need to be $2 billion. They need that $2 billion at this point. They're not going to make that $2 billion. They're not. Will they make the $1 billion? Captain Marvel made $1 billion. We're not going to discuss that. We're not going to discuss how it made $1 billion, which is way more interesting than the fact that it did. I'm not going to say Disney and Marvel probably did buy a bunch of tickets that basically are more of a reason why movie theaters are going out of style and business. But yeah, it's a load of bullshit. But like I said, Disney needs, like, the next few Marvel movies have to hit that $1 billion mark. And the problem is, Endgame has basically, now me personally, I was okay, but I came at Endgame as a guy who kind of quit giving a shit about the MCU after Guardians of the Galaxy, because every freaking movie since then just made me say, I've seen this before. I've seen the bells and whistles. These are the same bells and whistles I saw in this movie. Change the characters, change the villains. You still got a character doing the same shit. You still got the villain being as forgettable as all the others. Even though some people are like, I remember the villain. Shut the hell up. That's cute that you remember the villain. That doesn't mean everybody's going to remember the villain. With the new Spider-Man movie getting fucking Nick Fury injected into it, Jesus fucking Christ. And it looks like that's more of more Nick Fury manipulating the hero, because that's all Nick Fury does is act like a total fucking prick. Goes, oh, you want to be part of the Avengers? Yeah. Well, we're going to have you do this first. Fuck off. Is Nick Fury... Have we really made Nick Fury so goddamn integral in the MCU that we cannot fucking have him in the movie? And then I got off topic again, you know? There's just so much to talk about with this. The fact that Star Wars just is not bringing in the money that it could have been if Disney hadn't left an incompetent bitch like Kathleen Kennedy running things and allowed her to bring in a stupid scam artist, director, like J.J. Abrams, who doesn't do anything but make sure that everything's 25% different. Everything's going to be 25% different so I can get some money, because I'm such a nerd. I love... We're cutting that. I love stuff. We're not cutting that. We were not going to cut that. I love Star Wars. No, JJ. You don't love Star Wars. You don't love Star Trek. You love exploiting franchises so that they can get into your greedy little shit bank account. You just love to do that. Because you don't love these. You don't love Star Trek. You don't love Star Wars. You don't love anything. You're a piece of shit. That's for you. And you wouldn't have let some hack like Ryan Johnson, an undeserved hack like Ryan Johnson, who freaking never made anything, is unproven. He's an asshole. This is so, yeah, and then the MCU is turning into the same thing. It's beaten because you got comic book writers who freaking think they're goddamn superstars. They're not. So, but where they're getting jobs, and because they know, not because they earn it, because, oh, I know this person, I know that person. Just, it's almost fun. It is seriously popcorn. This is seriously watching these studios. You know what? I'm getting back to Rothman. This is going to be so freaking good. Getting back to Rothman. Rothman is notorious for cutting budgets. And as much as I don't like the fact that they don't take chances in Hollywood because they're freaking cowards, maybe Disney should take a little bit of that Rothman thing and start thinking maybe we shouldn't. Not everything needs to be this multi-billion-dollar thing. Not everything needs to be hundreds of millions of dollars spent. You don't need to spend all this money just to try to ink out a few billion. So, yeah, good luck to Disney. You fucked up. You're completely fucked up. I hope you find a CEO after Iger that's actually worth a shit, because it's a bit late to fire him. His contract's up in 2021, along with Kathleen Kennedy's. And if you're smart, whoever's coming up is smart enough, she's gone. She's gone. She's gone kaput. Thank God JJ is just moving to leech off another studio. So JJ's actually going to Warner Brothers, and it's like, and all I can do is, so what? You know what? Warner Brothers has nothing. What's he going to do? Ruin Harry Potter? J.K. Rowling's already pretty much done that, and it's just, these creators. She out George Lucas with wanting to change everything up. So yeah, whatever. So good luck to Disney. You ain't seeing any of that money you spent coming back. Don't think your freaking streaming service is going to be the immediate success because you guys don't think long term. It's all about short term, and you probably need yourselves in such a corner that you can't do anything but short term now. So good luck. Fuck you. And I won't see you in December when episode 9 comes out, because I'm not wasting my personal time with it. See you later.